Hey, we're finally getting some green beans. So glad. The garden is kind of a mess right now because I was sick for a couple of weeks. You can still hear it in my voice. So some things are, can't really see the path. I wasn't here to put those vines back up, and there's seed pods in here that need picked up. And I don't even remember what I planted here. Early melon and watermelon and cantaloupes. I need to put some hanging straps on them. Oh, a bird got that one. Darn it. Every year we try to grow melons. Every year some animals take them. The cashaw's drying up on the vines, drying up, so we can pull that inside. And there's a bunch, I don't know if you can see them, the yard-long beans that are growing. You can see them here, hanging down. It's really neat. And we got some red-eyed peas over here, if it'll focus. I grew some mung beans this year again. I really like mung beans. It takes a whole lot of plants to get enough to make a meal. They dry up and turn black. Right there's one ready to go. Anyways, so things are kind of needing some attention. I finally feel good enough to get out and do it. This is our Armenian cucumber plants growing up into the walkway here. Hopefully we'll get some more. Those are the best cucumbers. We love the Armenian cucumbers. This whole row was green beans, and we didn't get a single green bean off of any of them. The heat just was terrible. We got some beets here. I didn't plant any of these. God did. And we got some cilantro popping up from when I harvested the seeds from the cilantro. Obviously, seeds drop. So, and I always expect that, hopefully. There's some over there too inside that cage. I love cilantro so much. These tomato plants here, there's 2 beds of tomato plants. They did horrible. 0 tomatoes from these tomato plants. I don't know. I kept them watered. And then we got some, little flea beetle things that were eating the leaves. And I treated it like with all the natural things, and they just kept eating away at them. So sad. This cucumber vines here, I think I have 4 plants here. These were my mom's because they're the burpless ones. And they have produced the most cucumbers out of all the plants. They got super sad here a couple months, 2 months ago maybe, when it was super hot. Even though we were watering every single day, I watered these because I wanted to make sure my mom had these burpless cucumbers. And they just got super sad, but I left them here hoping they would make some more, and looky there, we got a couple more coming on. These pepper plants and tomato plant, nothing from them yet. And our cabbages here, no heads, just some leaves. Maybe we'll get something as it gets colder. It's my first arch, and I love it. It is weighed down a little bit. Let me scooch back. I'm sorry, the kids are playing tag on the trampoline in the background. I love it. I love the arch. It just adds a whole new, dimension, and just I feel peaceful, and it's beautiful, and you can see I've got some yard-long green beans. Let's see if I can focus on them. Right there, if you can see it. It's a yard-long green bean. And then over here we've got different kinds of beans. And there's one beautiful loofah. I have tried to grow loofah, 3 years in a row. Finally have a loofah. And there's a tiny little one here, but it hasn't changed, and it hasn't grown at all. So I don't know if it got fertilized. My peach orchard here for when we move. We have plenty of peach trees for us, and bok choy down here.
Marshmallow.
What else do I have? Oh, it's my first year trying to grow yakima. Oh, these potted tomato plants, nothing from them too. But I also got an attack. See, those leaves are gone. I got, oh my gosh, so many hornworms. I came out and I picked off like 12 in one day. It was crazy. These sunflowers. These came from a packet of wildflowers that was very, very old. They were the only thing that, well, actually, there was like 2 other little wildflower things that popped up, but then died very quickly. But these sunflowers made it. This is a jicama, and it's a vine, and I obviously didn't take that into consideration when I put it in this pot next to the trellis of other things, because I might have to take this inside if it doesn't do what it's supposed to do before it gets cold. Over here we had a bunch of kale and another couple of cabbages and greens, but I see this looks like a red Russian made it, and I don't know, I can't remember what everything is, so I just go with it. I have sweet potatoes over here. I have only gotten some sweet potatoes in the 8 years I've been growing, maybe 1 year. But I have sweet potatoes. This year I decided to put them kind of in the shade because they didn't do good at all in the sun last year. Last year, zero potatoes. And I tried pots 1 year, a huge bucket 1 year, and none. These are the first time I've put them in these kind of pots. I used a big giant tote bucket with a bunch of holes in the bottom last time. Didn't produce anything. And then I have seedlings that some have died because of my lack of being out here, and we've got an attack of the cabbage looper worm, that got some of my kale because I replanted a bunch of kale, and then I planted some more zucchinis. See if we can get something before the end of the season. These are what are these? Gooseberries, golden gooseberries. I'm growing out. Maybe we'll get some next year, hopefully. I have a plant out there in the garden that looks like this as well, but it could be a moonflower. I don't know, because it has the same kind of texture it's got like a soft nightshade texture. This is my water spinach, and I absolutely love it. If you keep it wet, you can harvest. If you keep the roots wet, you can harvest it every 2 weeks. It's ready to harvest again. So that's what's going on back here. I think I had 4 red buds make it through the winter. And then I have some trees. I don't even know what they are. My son pulled one out of the ground and was like, I want to keep this one, Mom. This one. I don't know what that is. And my app is not working very well. It's telling me everything is a decot. Everything. I take different angles of pictures, and it still says, oh, it's just a decot. It's in the decot family. Okay, whatever. This is a patch of perilla, and it looks sad all summer. It hated the heat, even being in the shade and being watered. It's my sunflowers. They're so pretty. They kind of fell over in my path. And then I have the best strawberries that made it are here. These are ever-bearing strawberries. They did not do well over here under the tree where they've been, but a couple of them survived. Even I've been watering, and this year I was determined to stay on top of watering, and it still didn't matter. I would water, and the next day more things would be dead. So it's super sad. There's just a couple of strawberry plants left over here too, and this was full. It was full of strawberry plants all through the side, all here, around this tree. It's just so sad. I've been